What's going on, everybody? Hopefully I didn't yell too loud there. We're live. Hope you like the little countdown timer for those of you that are actually here live. I don't know about that music though. It's free. So yeah, hopefully everyone's well this evening, this Thursday night. If you joined or were in the Instagram live stream earlier, thank you for joining me again here on a different social networking platform. I don't know, maybe YouTube isn't considered a social networking platform. I don't know. I don't really have anything planned. I really kind of didn't even want to do this live stream, but I was like, you know what? That's something I need to be doing. So we're here. It's not too bad. Someone wants to know, OLED Lux or a Shocker RSX? I don't know. I'd probably go with the Lux. I dislike Luxes, but dislike the Shocker even more. So that's why I'm picking that one. Yep. Do have, hopefully, maybe something interesting. This is kind of interesting. We picked this up. You can't really see that. Maybe this is the first time I've ever touched this. This is a trigger to an eMech. That's probably not too exciting. But it is an aluminum trigger. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show this to you guys, because I don't know if it'll be able to like, honestly, it's too far away from the light. That's the issue. That light's about right there. So this is an aluminum trigger, anodized silver, that has 2 adjustment points for the eMech and that ball bearing trigger. It's kind of funny though, these are 40 bucks, which is a great price, I really should say. Good price for this thing, but that's a lot for a trigger for a $200 gun. It's just kind of weird, right? I mean, this trigger is like a 1/8 of the price of the gun. Not an 1/8, well, like a 1/6. I don't know. Why can't I do math right now? I have like an 1/8. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. We're gonna put that in there and find out. That actually just came today, so I haven't really messed with it. I just gotta get my eMech back and put that in there. I don't know if I wanna make a whole video on this thing. I might, just because I've got it and really should be making videos. So you might see a video on the adjustable trigger for an eMech. Joseph wants to know, eMech or Shocker CVO. I like the CVO. I think the CVO is actually a pretty good mechanical gun, but my personal preference would be eMech. Mainly because it's 200 bucks. I mean, it's considerably less than the CVO. I think the CVO trigger is nicer though. I think I can pull the trigger faster on the CVO, at least compared to the stock trigger. I don't know if this one's gonna be easier or faster to pull on the eMech. I think the eMech shoots better. I think the only real advantage that the CVO has is it's all aluminum, if that's, you know, even a advantage. But the trigger is considerably better than, I'm gonna switch something around, considerably better than the standard or stock eMech trigger. It's even a lot better. These spam phone calls. I get these goddamn phone calls every day. Every like 30 minutes. It's awful. Yeah, I even think that CVO frame trigger is better than the GMech frame. But I actually prefer the eMech trigger to the GMech even. I really like that sling trigger. I find that the slider trigger, that really long slider trigger that's on the GMech, is a little bit harder to shoot. And I prefer that hinge style trigger that that's on the eMech and the CVO. Yeah. So yeah. The slider on the GMech suck. Yeah, I don't really like it. I mean, it feels really good. Like it's like super responsive and kind of like just feels nice, but it's hard to shoot fast. It's like chunk, 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 chunk. It's just really long. So it's kind of a difficult paintball gun to shoot quickly. Yeah. Any plans to test an Ether 2 with a PAL loader? No, I don't understand that. It's literally just a mechanical hopper. I can tell you right now, it's not gonna work as good as any electric hopper. I mean, they work, but I don't know. I mean, I would, yeah, certainly just buy an electric hopper. I don't really see the purpose of the Ether 2 and the PAL hopper. I think the PAL hopper in conjunction with the eMech is great because it's a mechanical, kind of quicker feeding hopper on a mechanical gun. So that sort of makes sense. But you have an electric gun that shoots really fast. You kind of need that electric hopper. Even if you shoot slow, because that quick 3-ball burst thing you can do with these electric guns really kind of benefit from having an electronic hopper. So I don't know. Anyone like trying to get my attention with emojis like that? I'm just going to ignore those questions completely. So like Bill Master, I can't read that. The light's too bright. That's just annoying. So we're not going to answer that question. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that the Ether 2, in conjunction with the mechanical or that gravity-fed hopper, is just kind of odd. I think it's cool. I think that for Planet Eclipse it makes sense because they're just trying to streamline their like production line, right? They can just put the same feed neck on the Ether 2 as well as the EMEC. So it kind of makes sense for them, but I don't know. You just get an electric hopper, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the West Coast Paintball Players League, I think the third biggest league, maybe the second biggest league in the US, is taking place this weekend at Jungle Island Paintball, I believe is the full name. Yeah, you said Jungle Island. I always get Jungle, because there's a Jungle Paintball here in Northern California, and then there was a Jungle Island there, so I always get like the names a little mixed up. But yeah, that's taking place this weekend. They always have a lot of teams. It's ran really well and very, very competitive. That is this weekend. What's the biggest league? The NXL, for sure. NXL. I shoot Aspire 3 on my Ether. Never jam. Never broken paint. Yeah, yeah, Aspire 3. That's the hopper I use. They're great. Brad, what are your thoughts on the new HK Army Lux? Let's open a window and let's look at that all together. So if I hit this button right here, we're going to... Oh man, I don't have a keyboard. That means I gotta like lean way over. HK Army Lux X. Let's see what happens. Kabingo, look at that. Brad's video right there. I don't know why, because I've never spoken about it. So let's find like a good picture. That's not the best picture ever, but that shall work. So one of the things that I find a little funny on these things is I feel like it's kind of backwards, right? How all of like the milling sort of goes forward. It sort of like slants forward. I feel like with all of these paintball guns, all the like milling typically will go, let's switch back to me. All that milling typically like goes back. So like when you're holding the gun, it feels like the gun's kind of going forward. So the milling kind of goes back like a car. How like, that's why cars look fast, because those lines kind of like flow backwards. It makes the car kind of look like it's going forward. And I feel like that's kind of the same with paintball guns. If you look at most of the paintball guns out there, I don't really have one here. All the milling kind of goes backwards. And I feel like with this thing, with that Lux X, it feels like the milling just goes the wrong direction. I think it looks kind of interesting. I feel like it's just reversed or something like that. I think they should have like flipped that milling around and kind of maybe done it going toward the back. So I think it looks neat, but yeah, it feels like it's just wrong. I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily a bad looking paintball gun though. Stefan Richmond. I turned away too quick. Thank you for that super chat. I got some new sounds. So previously in the past, I was using this as a super chat sound. Someone would super chat and that cool noise would come up. I got some other ones. Like I really like this.
Today we spell redemption R-O-N.
Yeah. I don't know if that would be a super chat sound. I'm just a huge fan of Anchorman.
They've done studies, you know. 60% of the time it works.
That's another good one.
Every time.
Yeah. They're funny. I don't know. I kind of like this automated light that like blinks back there. Anyway, sorry. You asked. Back into paintball after 6+ years. Well, congratulations. Actually, not congratulations. Welcome back. That's what I meant to say. I didn't want to spend much on an axe. Like, didn't I didn't want to spend much on an axe like before, so I bought a cheaper, used Dangerous Power G5. Hope I don't chop too much paint. I appreciate that super chat. Axes are fairly cheap though. I mean, right? Can't you buy like an axe for like $300 or like used at like $180 or something? Yeah, the axe is better. Someone said Dangerous Power. Brandon, maybe? Dangerous Power, horrible. Yeah, I overall don't like Dangerous Power, but I feel like their guns are a little hit and miss. Like, we could have like 10 of them, and 5 are gonna work great, and the other 5 will never work. And that's my problem with Dangerous Power. But hopefully it works for you. Lux X review, yeah, at some point. I mean, I don't really, man, I used to like stress out about like getting the videos out as fast as possible and like be the first person. I don't really care anymore. I'm not stressing out about that. I just want to make things. Like, if I can just make videos, that's good at this point. And I don't want to stress out about like what to do and when and all this stuff. So yeah, it'll come. I mean, at some point I would have liked it to be out already. I know they've just been hard to get, and I kind of haven't been very adamant about trying to get one. Yeah, it'll happen at some point here soon. Thirsty. It's a cool mug. You can't actually buy that. It's got a Paintball Ruin My Life thing on it. Is the E-Mech, Justin, is the E-Mech considered better than the GOG enemy? Absolutely. The enemy is awful. I hated that thing. Didn't like it at all. I think people liked them because they were cheap and shot pretty good, but they're definitely not made very well and certainly not very reliable. The E-Mech is made considerably better, shoots better, and is way, way more reliable. Like, it's not even close, comparing reliability. Not even close. It's not close. Someone said infamous CS2 Saber. I don't know what that is. I know that's probably some infamous gun. I mean, I know the infamous guns. It's probably a specific color. I don't know. I don't have all the colors memorized, so I couldn't tell you. I think that they're kind of cool. I think that it's kind of impressive. Like, the back cap's kind of neat. I like how they did that skull. But for me, yeah, I don't. The skull thing's a little cheesy to me, so I'm not. I don't like it that much. But that's just, you know, me. I just don't like the way it looks. I like this sweatshirt, and you could think I look like an idiot. You know, you could like it, dislike it. Yep. I notice a lot of people say like, just bought. Like, a lot of people are like parabolic barrels. We hear a lot about those parabolic barrels. I feel like they're very expensive, and way too much expensive for me. There's no way I could afford to buy those things. And I feel like they're expensive, and people like buy expensive things like to tell themselves they're cool because it's expensive, or like to say the product's good because it's expensive to justify their purchase. I feel like that's kind of what happens with the parabolic barrels a lot. Or not even if it's expensive. People do this all the time, right? You buy something and maybe it's not very good, maybe it's really good, maybe it's terrible, but we tell ourselves they're good because I just spent a bunch of money on something and I don't want to feel like I wasted my money. So I'm going to be like, it's the greatest. It's like the same question when people are like, what's the best paintball gun to buy? Or what's the best pair of pants? Everyone just says the gun or pants that they have. No one, it's like, I'm just going to tell you mine because I'm good at making decisions. That's why I bought it. I don't know. That's not like a specific parabolic barrel thing. I just noticed that a lot of people are like, parabolic barrels, parabolic barrels, parabolic barrels. But there aren't that many people using them probably. You know, like, everybody says how they're great, but nobody says how like the freak barrel's great. Way more people have the freak barrel. I don't know. I've just noticed that. The same thing with push masks, although that's kind of going away. That like crazy people that are like obsessed with push products, that's kind of going away. I don't know. It's just something I've noticed. Paintball question time. Jacob says, I don't know, Jake, paintball question time. I thought about that today. I should do those. Those are fairly simple videos for me to make. They don't require like, you know, tons of like planning and stuff. I mean, I guess they do because I have to like figure out the answers. But what makes it easy is that you guys ask me the questions. I don't have to come up with the questions. So I just like find some questions I like and just answer them. That's fairly simple. Although I like to like pick hard questions, like things that are gonna be interesting and maybe not like just, I don't know, boring questions. Like, yeah, paintball question time. The problem is that like I've answered so many questions already. Like, do I just re-answer questions, you know? Like there's only like a certain amount of questions I can ask or answer, and we continually get the same questions over and over, which isn't a bad thing. That means that they're good questions I should answer if they're coming up a lot. But do I answer the same questions over and over? Like, I don't really know. You know, like I feel like maybe like after a year and a half addressing the same question again wouldn't be bad, but like I can't just answer what's the best barrel length every video, you know? It just gets weird. I don't know. Garrett Hunter, the 170R mechanical, worth it? Probably not. I mean, it's difficult to say worth it because the E-mech is like a quarter of the price still, you know? It's so much cheaper. Sack Ninjas, who are you? Brandon, I presume? I don't know. I think you were last time. Do I want to play in the CPL with you? Maybe. I've thought about trying to play Division 4. The only division I would play in the Capital Edge Paintball League is D4. I've thought about it this year. I actually talked to Junior Brown of the Sacramento Access. I don't know why I'm like messing with my hands in the camera. I talked to them about Mike. Howdy. Maybe you. Yeah. I hope you guys are well. I really like you guys. You guys do. I think it's cool how your like whole family plays on a paintball team. I think it's great. D4. I honestly don't know. I've thought about playing paintball next year. I don't know who or where or what or any of that stuff. But I would like to play paintball and travel to tournaments and have fun. I don't care if I win. I don't really care what division. Like, I would like to travel to paintball tournaments and just have fun. Yeah. So maybe, but my real issue right now is my back. Until my back is healed and better, I can't do anything. Yeah. I don't know when that's going to be. I have no idea. So it's possible. Mike, let's play the AFPL, the UPL, WSPPL, the NXL, NXL Europe, the MSXL, the MXL. I do kind of want to play. I don't know. The problem with it is that like I would like to play some of these tournaments, I think, but not commit to practices and stuff unless we were playing like, you know, semi-pro or pro or I don't know, something like that. CBD oil. No, I have a bruised spine. Pretty sure my spine is bruised. There's nothing that can be done about it except for rest. So, yeah. Axe Pro Mini GS. It's just size. Pick whichever size works best for you. Yeah, I thought about playing paintball next year. CBD cures everything. I know if you listen to these like people, these like pro CBD THC people, which is great. I'm not saying it doesn't have any like medical value, but some of these people are crazy, like a cure and everything. I don't know. One thing is true. We definitely got to get rid of this opiate thing. It's insanity. How did I bruise my spine? Very long story. I had a knot in my back and tried to roll it out with a tennis ball, which I've done before, right? I used to, whatever. I had a shoulder problem, was able to roll out knots with the tennis ball. Got a little squirrely with the tennis ball, and then like the tennis ball like shifted over into my back area, like my spine area, and then like muscle like actual vertebrae. The tennis ball like went right here and was like, it's awful. It's considerably better though. Yeah. So, sure. Brett, I've always wondered, why Supreme hats? I don't know. I honestly started wearing Supreme hats because they fit well. I have a narrow head. So like this part of my head is not very big. So these like 5-panel hats actually fit well. Like, this is a good example. So this is just a regular ass New Era baseball hat. So like when I put this on, like it's like bunchy and like it pushes my ears down. So like it just like pushes my ears down. So they don't fit my head very well. So yeah, I mean I can wear it up, but then it's all like wonky and like not actually on my head. So yeah, these 5-panel hats actually fit my head well. That's honestly why I started wearing them. When are you coming out to the excessive field? Extreme paintball. When I'm healed, honestly. Like I talked to them, like I said, I talked to Junior about trying to practice with whoever. Not necessarily practice, just come to the practices and like play some and hang out, whatever. And yeah, I mean, I know I can play. I just have to be healed and show up. So really, as soon as my back is better, I want to go down there and play with Eddie right there. Right? Nope. Yep, right there. Where he said it's Eddie. I think he said it's Eddie. I don't know. Oh yeah, you guys are at the West Coast Paintball Players League. I should have gone. I thought about asking Junior if I could ride down there with him. I should have. I need to like go out and do things in life. Selling the paintball store and like talking to humans all day long and then going to no humans ever, it's a very weird experience. So yeah, I need to like go do stuff. But yeah, next time when I'm healed, and my back hurts, I would like to start playing paintball again. Not necessarily like super competitively, but at least find a group of people that I can go out with, maybe like every other weekend, or do something like that. Get the dog. I'll get the dog. Can you do another season of paintball setup for us? He looked at me then went back under. I just in general need to do more paintball setup for us videos. Really. I think I did 3. Someone said you need a girlfriend. Well, I'm working on that. That's a slow process, unfortunately. Yeah. Where is Link? Nate, how are you? I hope you're well, Nate. He's over there. He's sleeping. I woke him up. Yeah. There we go. Is the Mini GS, there's a paintball question. Is the Mini GS limited edition Buccaneer Gunslinger and GI Sports worth the extra $100? No. Because it's just a color. I mean, you're literally paying $300 or $400. You're literally paying $100 more. A considerable percentage more. Just to have it look cool. So I don't think so. I've never thought like any of these like, you know, special colored guns they're definitely not worth it. But that's hard. If you really like it and it brings you happiness, then you should spend an extra $100. But I don't think it will. I think spending an extra $100 on entry and paint makes more sense, right? You could go play paintball once or twice more, you know, or have a cool looking paintball gun. So I'm all about saving that money and actually doing something. You know, Nate, I see you. How are you, sir? Best tank, 80 or under. We don't really have many options. It's gonna be aluminum. Any of the Ninja tanks that are cheap. There you go. There's an answer. 48 3000 Ninja tank. I mean, that's really the kind of options. Yeah, it's totally preference. Color is all totally preference, but I feel like people that are collecting rare colored guns, like collecting guns, are people that are really into paintball. And people that are really into paintball are probably buying a Mini GS. So since you're buying a GS, I would assume that you're newer and probably, you know, aren't willing to spend tons of money on this stuff. So I'm saving that money. Use that $100 and buy a better hopper, you know, like buy a better tank or something like that. Buy a better mask. There's plenty of stuff you could use that $100 for. That's gonna be more fun and maybe more useful, right? Anyone wanna post a link to the WCPPL layout? I'm sure, I don't know, WCPPL Facebook page, they're probably on there. Oop, there's another one. Or pictures. Oh, Brad needs an anodizing video. Brad is in the works on an anodizing video. So there will be an anodizing video on this auto clocker build series I keep talking about, which I've started progressing on. There will be a anodizing section in that video. So that clocker video, the clocker series is probably gonna be 7 to 8 parts. And one of the whole video is gonna be dedicated to anodizing. Yep. So we'll definitely walk through the anodization process when I don't know, when I do that. Yep. Can you make a visit to BIA Paintball Park in Enterprise, Alabama? It's very, very, very unlikely. It's very unlikely. Seeing as I've never heard of BIA Paintball or Enterprise, Alabama. I mean, I've heard of Alabama, but not much more. It's unlikely. That is so far away. It's thousands of miles away. Yeah. Brian Liverman, would you... Okay, I guess we'll read this. Would you do a video with Lone Wolf, Matty Boy, or Jake? And who and why? Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, might as well. I mean, yeah, I don't watch other, like, Ponage Paintball, PB, said, Brad doesn't watch other YouTubers. That's true. It's true. I do watch plenty of YouTube. I don't watch any paintball YouTubers. No, I mean, I guess I do. Sometimes, like, I will watch Lone Wolf videos every once in a while, Matty Boy videos every once in a while. I do check that stuff out, but I look at it more to see, like, what they're doing. Like, I'll skim through stuff, and, like, I don't watch it for, like, entertainment purposes. I'm just curious what they're doing. There's plenty of YouTubers I watch, just not paintball ones. And yeah, I don't know, open for collaborations or whatever. Lone Wolf guys asked me to do something when they went to Southern California, I think earlier this year, but it's like 600 miles away, or 500 miles away. It's really far. It's not like just down the street, so yeah, I can't do that. This is like money to me, right? Like, if I'm traveling to San Diego to make a video, that's so much money. So much money. So yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it would be great to collaborate on other channels. It's unfortunate that we live like thousands of miles away from people, so it's difficult. You know? Brad, do you watch any raw paintball footage from tournaments? Yeah, I do actually. Yeah. Yes and no. There's lots of this excessive footage. So if you guys look up Dufort Media, like let's look at. We can actually look at some of that stuff right now, maybe. So like this is. Oh, maybe I'm not like. I might not be like logged in. Let's just go and search. Let's type excessive raw NXL. So yeah, let's see. We're doing this kind of wonky style. What is, I am not searching this web. I am not doing a very good job at this search thing, am I? Yeah, so like recently, golly, I am just struggling right now. It's hard to like, it's hard to like talk and do things at the same time. So yeah, we're looking for Dufort Media. Let's see. And there we go. So yeah, Dufort, there's lots and lots of videos he's making, and tons of raw footage. I mean, this is all raw footage from NXL. So, and not just NXL, there's also some footage from local tournaments like the Capital Edge Paintball League.
Wake up, guys! Let's go! Come on!
Everybody fucking connect on the fucking field. Communicate. Synergy. That's what fucking won us fucking point us here. Talking and fucking connecting, guys. Keep that shit up and improve it.
Let's go, guys.
Well, I have no idea how well this is playing back. I don't think it's playing back very well. Anyway, so we'll stop that. Yeah, so I do watch some of that raw footage, not like tons, but definitely the people I know, like that Excessive team. I know a lot of those guys. So it's kind of fun to watch your team, or like not your team, but like people you know and stuff. So most of the time, if I'm watching raw footage stuff, it's gonna be from people that I know. And I see that Excessive One Love super chat. I appreciate it. You said thanks for the videos. Keep them up. I will try my best. I did one video in the last month, so that's not very good. I'm trying my best. Trying not to be as losery. That's the goal. What are my other hobbies? None really right now, unfortunately. Again, this back injury is causing some problems. I would like to think my hobbies are running and cycling, but it's been difficult lately. I want to get into kayaking. I like this computer stuff. Recently got Raspberry Pi over there. I'm trying to figure out what I can do with the Raspberry Pi. Maybe make something interesting for these live streams. Yeah. Let's see what Happy Manatee? I can't read that. The lights are so bright. Sometimes it's hard to read names because they're bolded and it's weird. Anyway, my Axe 2.0 is really inaccurate. I don't know if it's me. I've only owned a Tip 98 and my Axe, but I saw no difference in accuracy. What could be affecting it other than wind? I use the custom at Capital Edge. I don't know. So it's hard to say, right? Like, so I was talking about this a couple days ago. When people say, like, I don't trust people, not that I don't trust you. I don't trust people when they say my paintball gun's inaccurate. Like, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean inaccurate? You know, like you can't hit like a 5-foot radius in 10 feet, you know, like you really bad, like paint's like craziness, or like you can't hit a quarter at like 400 yards, you know, like how inaccurate. For the most part, I think the Empire Axe and the 98 are probably gonna be just as accurate as one another. Like if you just shoot a paintball and you have the same barrel and same paintball, it's gonna be for the most part just as accurate. It's once we start shooting fast is where you're gonna see a difference. So start shooting the axe really fast. You're like, just rate of fire super high. It's gonna benefit or be more accurate than that 98 because the velocity is probably gonna be more consistent. So shot to shot, it'll seem more accurate. But for the most part, all these paintball guns, I feel like, are just as accurate as one another. And I think for the most part, all these barrels are gonna be just as accurate. So you get a good barrel, it's gonna shoot straight. Yes, a good barrel is gonna shoot better than the stock 98 barrel. But like the stock Empire Axe 2.0 barrel is a good barrel. So as long as you're using good paint, have good barrel, and your equipment is working, you know, functioning well, it should be accurate. So my first suggestion would probably be try different paintballs, maybe get better paintballs, maybe try fresher paintballs. Just ask when you're buying paint, whatever, what is the best stuff? And see if they have some more options, or just try a different barrel. But 95% of the time, we'll go higher than that, like 98% of the time, accuracy is just using better paint. So just try better paint. That was a big old like spiel, so I don't know. Who knows? It's a long one. What did Jake say? Jake said, Brad, you should try to come out to Ballistic Ben's Paintball Park on Travis Air Force Base for your first weekend, for our first weekend of public play this weekend. Yeah, maybe. Jake. Yeah, we'll see. Either way, I wouldn't be playing paintball, but I might come out there. I know Bobby said she put me on the list, so I don't have to deal with that. I will definitely be working at the other paintball store on Saturday, and then, well, maybe I got to go pick some stuff up, and then maybe I'll just come hang out. I don't really want to drive there. My problem is this leased car, and I'm putting too many miles on it. So that's a problem. I could bring the dog. He can hang out. Yeah. We'll look into that, Jake. Because like I said, I need to start like doing stuff with humans more. It's become a problem. APJ17. Have you heard anything about the new, or I don't know, have you heard anything about the NPL? Nothing new, really. Although, to be fair, I don't really pay that much attention. Yep, I just don't. Like, I just have been worrying about other things. So I'm not like super on it about like updates and what's happening. But I really don't know. I would know just as much as anyone else. I don't have any like cool insider information or anything. I mean, I could if I asked, but I just haven't asked. Yeah. Why won't you answer my HK question? Probably because there's a lot of other questions that people are answering, not just, or asking, I should say, not just yourself. Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, NPL. I'm curious what's happening with the NPL. I would like it to do well. I'd like the NPL to compete with the NXL, compete with NXL Europe, do whatever, you know. I think that the more competition we have in paintball from manufacturers, players, leagues, countries, star systems, whatever, I think it is the better. I think it is the better. I think it is better. Because you're only going to strive, you know, if you're the NXL and the NPL starts, you know, taking a little bit of business from you, it's only going to make you want to be better. So I think in the end, it's better for all of us if they have more competition. Hey, do you think the TFX hopper is better than a rotor? Oh, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like it's difficult because I would ask you, are they new? And I would then ask you, if they're new, how old are they? Because I think like at different times they've been better, right? I feel like when the TFX first came out, I liked it. I had zero problems with my TFX and was very happy with it. But I feel like a year ago, like right about before the TFX 2 came out, they were getting a little wonky and they weren't as good. So I feel like a year ago, I would say the rotor. But now, I don't know, you said regular TFX. So I don't know, I guess I'd go TFX. Just because the rotors sometimes have problems jamming. Yeah. But either way, man, both of them are good. I feel like either way, either of those choices is fine, so. Yeah. Again, okay, well just answer your goddamn question so you'll go away. Do you like HK products because my field owner doesn't? Can you steer me in the right direction? Well, what direction is that? I can't help you if someone else doesn't like something. What do you want me to do? I am on off about HK products, but I can't help you, your field owner. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Which direction do you need steered in? Yeah. Who or what is better for the growth of the sport? Rec scenario players or pro players? I kind of feel like pros can be a detriment to the sport. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I would say pros are bad for the sport. I definitely feel that like this rec scenario big game stuff is 100% better for paintball than pro paintball. Like, I think if we could somehow, if the industry would somehow invest as much money as they are into tournament paintball, into, you know, pump and mag fed and scenario games and big games, and just fun. I think the industry would be in a better place, because I think that us forcing like tournament paintball down people's throats, it's just not fun. Like, it's just not fun to a lot of people, right? Like, I want to go to the paintball field and just have fun. I don't like want to get yelled at and like have a bunch of drama. Like, that's all that happens on those tournament fields. So like, as an industry, I think we really need to just push people to have fun. But we're like pushing people into playing tournaments, which I don't know. I think it's a bad decision. So yeah, I think that this rec scenario stuff is more important than this tournament paintball stuff. Yeah. But that's not to say that like I dislike it. I watch the NXL. I watch all this pro paintball stuff. I don't know, participate in the pro stuff. Not participate like playing, but like, look at it and talk about it and stuff. So I like it, but I don't think that the overall industry, I don't think it's overall good. I think that, we're probably seeing less good stuff come from the NXL. Yeah. Again, I'm gonna say it again. If people like continually like, all right, so one thing I don't like is people spamming these chats all the time. So like, how do you like, why can't I click? What is going on here? Why won't it let me? I'm wondering why it will not let me ban people. So if Jake, you are still here, you can ban this radioactive cheese puff person. I don't know why it won't let me like it seriously won't let me. It will not let me kick people out. Huh. I don't know. Can't do anything from here. I don't know why it won't let me. Let's go to this computer real fast. This is probably gonna kill. We're not gonna do that. That's gonna destroy the stream. Yeah, so what is going on? So yeah, if you're being annoying, just stop. Like, man, you're being annoying. What is going on? All right, dude, you're completely ruining this for everyone else in here by just being a dick. Sign into chat? Why am I not signed in? What's going on? I don't know. All right, well, we got to figure it out. So we're going back, and radioactive person, you are apparently gone. And bingo. Yeah, so that person is gone. Let's hopefully don't have to block them again. I don't know why I wasn't signed into chat. I kept clicking the thing to ban people. Anyway, yeah, I know. I understand how to ban people, but for some reason in this window I wasn't logged in. Anyway, I don't know. Someone said something I wanted to actually answer. Are CP barrels the best budget barrels? Yes, 100%, dude. For $30, the CP barrels are very good. So one of my favorite barrels of all time is actually this. I actually talk about this all the time too. So this is a Bob Long one-piece barrel. The only way to actually get these, this was like the cheap barrel option you could get on some of their guns. And this really just is a one-piece CP barrel. So it was made by CP. I like them. I am a fan of these things. So certainly CP barrels are some of the best value barrels you can buy. I'm sorry, Aaron. I see that super chat. I'm sorry I missed you. That $10, thank you very much, sir. You said, end of last season, I suffered a lot of burnout. I'm with you, dude. I feel burnout every 5 minutes. Now I'm finding it hard, motivation This is good. This is good. I have a far motivation for everything too. Now I'm finding it hard to motivate myself to get back. Not because I don't like paintball, but I feel anxiety thinking about it. Phew. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. I have those issues in like real life, not just paintball. I don't know if I have advice for that. I really don't. I'm not the person that should be giving you advice on that. But I appreciate that $10 super chat. So you got like just burnt out on paintball. I feel that. I know that what made paintball fun again for me, because I was so frustrated for so long because I would try to go out to these tournament fields and try to play in the tournament fields. And if I didn't have a team, you just stand there on the sidelines all day long. So it got to the point where like I just quit going and quit playing paintball because I would try to go play the airball field and the fields are so unorganized and so awful that I would just stand on the sidelines and like just hope other people needed a play or something. So I just quit playing because it was so difficult. And what made me have fun again was just realizing that I just wanted to have fun. And like I just wanted to go hang out with people. Like the people that I liked, I just wanted to go hang out with them and talk and mess around for the day. So just buying an inexpensive paintball gun like the EMEC, and I just went out and had fun playing paintball. And just didn't really care about who I shot and if someone cheated and like how many guys I got out and all that nonsense. I just went to have fun. And that's what really made it like, yeah, less stressful and like less of a pain in the ass to me. It's just realizing I just wanted to have fun. Yeah. So maybe try that, I don't know. Corey works with a $5. We're gonna do the little, we got this sound. That's a fart. That's really cheesy though. That reminds me of some stupid like drive time morning radio show. Corey, you said, do you think paintballs are overall overpriced? Nope, not at all. Not at all. When was the last time you could buy 2,000 of something for $40? Overpriced is a hard term. So Joseph said overpriced? Absolutely, just depending where you're buying from. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna go by whatever like the manufacturers say what pricing should be. Cause that's how like, that's the easy way. Cause that's what the price should be. So I think there's paint that's probably a better value than another. Like some may be a little bit less expensive and maybe a little bit better or something like that. But I don't feel like $40 for a case of paint is overpriced. And Ashley said, it's definitely not $40 up here. Well, where's that? Like, where's that? Canada? People are like, yeah, not $40. Well, paint is $40. So I don't know. I mean, it's unfortunate if like, and then people are like, paint is $100. But like, what are you paying $100 for, right? Like there's a difference there. That's why I said some is a better value, because there's definitely some better value stuff. But if you're paying $80 for something, you're probably not getting the same thing that someone else is paying $40 for. I mean, maybe. I mean, some of these paintball fields definitely charge more money, but I don't know. But I don't think paint's overpriced. I do feel like some of these paintball fields might charge too much, but it's hard for me to say how much they're supposed to charge, right? Because you guys, everyone complains about like $60 to $100 paint prices, which I understand, right? Like I don't want to pay that much money either. But it's like, okay, the field can lower their paint prices and they're just gonna go out of business. I mean, right? So what do you want? You want to pay $20 more for paint, or do you want to have no paintball field? That's honestly what it's like, you know? Go look at the people that own the paintball field and ask yourself, are they getting rich owning this paintball field? The answer is going to be no. You know, so it's not like people are like gouging you and getting rich and like taking advantage of people. Like, that's just not happening. An eighth of weed should be 40 bucks. If you pay 40 bucks for an eighth of weed, you're getting overcharged. This is California. That's how much like a pound costs. That's what happens when it's legal, though. Apparently, everyone's competing, so it gets more. Yeah, so I don't want to pay like, you know, 80 bucks for a case, but like, I don't know, these people have overhead and like costs and stuff, so yeah, it's hard. Without knowing what people's overhead is, it's kind of hard to see if they're overpaying, that's all. Yeah, so it's like $40. Yeah, it's not too much. Even 60 bucks. I think 60 is fine too. And it matters, right? Like I often say that I have more fun and I play with the EMEC, a mechanical gun, all the freaking time now. So like, I'm only shooting maybe 2 bags of paint. So I'm not buying 2 cases a weekend. And if you're like, paint 60 bucks and I shoot 2 cases a weekend, it's too expensive. Well, don't shoot 2 cases. You know, figure something else out. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to hear that. It's like, well, I don't know. Shoot less. Underbore versus overbore. Well, I don't know. I'm definitely overboring every single time. I don't want to ever underbore. I just don't want to break paint. So I also don't check paint size either. Exalt knee pads. I like the Exalt knee pads. They're not bad. I mean, I don't know. I think knee pads are knee pads almost at some point. The best way is for sure try them on. First Strike is expensive. I'm going with you on that. First Strike is expensive. It's definitely not $1 for 1 shot, though. It's considerably less than that. It's about $0.25 if you buy it. The most expensive way to buy it is about $0.25 a shot. Oh, no, it's not. Is it? No, it's about 40 cents a shot, right? I don't know. Yeah, that's expensive. I'm with you on that. But then again, you're also not using it full auto, right? Like, guys are putting it in magazines, and you're just kind of like, tink, tink. You're not like shooting full auto First Strike. Well, some people do, I guess. I can't afford that, though. That's expensive. Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't bought and paint or paid for paint in a long time because I like hoarded it. I like bought 5 cases, and literally 5 cases of paint has lasted me like a year. It's lasted so long. It's crazy. Thoughts on the Proto Rise for a starter gun? I would recommend the Mini GS still over the Proto Rise. The Proto Rises are not bad. I just feel like for the money, the Mini GS is made better. I think shoots better. It's more reliable, easier to fix. It's easier to get parts for. Parts are cheaper. Like, I think most everything good, or I should say most stuff is probably going to be better on the Mini GS than it would be on the Proto Rises. I don't think they're bad. Like, I think if you had a Proto Rise, cool. Don't sell it to get a Mini. But, yeah, I'd spend the extra money to get Mini GS. It's just better gun. I mean, it's just simply better. It's just better, yeah. Thoughts on the Nightstick barrel? The Nightstick's that old-ass barrel that, like, right? Or am I, like, just not remembering anything? Whoa. Isn't it that weird-ass, like, JT barrel or something? Oh, no, that invert barrel. Yeah, they're terrible. Don't buy that. Buy something else. There's plenty of options. There's plenty of other options to buy. Like, I don't know, CP barrels are 30 bucks and considerably better than that Nightstick barrel. Oh, PBX Jet. I've shot 90,000 shots on my G-Tech and the velocity isn't as consistent as it used to be. Should I switch to a new marker? No, just change all the O-rings. I mean, at 100,000 shots, if you haven't changed every O-ring in the whole gun, just do that. Like, all of them. Like, disassemble the regulator and change the O-rings. All of them. All of them. Yeah, because paintball guns, I mean, they do wear out. Like, they really do wear out, but not after 100,000 shots. I mean, you're gonna put like 1 million. You gotta get to like 1 million shots for it to start getting weird and like worn out. Especially like on these mechanical, or these Eclipse guns, because they just made so well. Yeah. How to increase paintball enjoyment more. Let someone tag you even though they aren't as good as you. For sure. Play only with 5 hoppers per game. 5? Yeah, one thing that I always do with new players is if we're playing rec and there's like some kids or like rental players or something, I'll go over to them and just be like, what are you guys doing? And like get them to talk to me and help them move. Because a lot of the time they're scared and maybe don't know what to do. Maybe they want to do something, but they're scared or nervous or whatever. So I will go to that bunker and like be like, hey, you can go over there. I bet you could make it to that thing and then shoot the guy on the left side and help those people move and just have fun. I don't let people shoot me. I'll like hang out and let people shoot at me though. On purpose. I do that all the time. Yeah. Your wife is joining the excessive beginner team. Cool. That's awesome. I think we need more women playing paintball. That's cool. There's not a lot of them. I can tell you that by knowing the people that watch this channel. There's maybe like, what, 15 like women actually playing paintball? I feel like crazy. There's not a lot. Curtis, has your setup changed yet, Brad? Yeah, so that's one thing that's another video that I would like to do pretty soon here. My paintball setup is a different, but not all that much different this year. So I definitely have a different tank than I had last year, and 2 new paintball guns. So last year we had Spire 3, a 77 SL, 2 from Ninja, Cerakote Black, CS2, yeah, those 3 things. And now, I technically don't have a Spire anymore. I don't have a tank anymore. I do have a G-Tech 170R and an EMEC though. So I need a hopper, I need a tank. I don't know what tank I'm buying, and don't know what hopper I'm buying though. So it's changed. I need to buy some stuff, and I definitely want to make a video as well. So there'll be a like 2019 paintball setup video where I just talk about that stuff again. Yeah. Jake says he is blocked. So since Jake says he is blocked, he must be another person. So we are going to kick him out. See you later, Jake, person. Yeah. So I don't know, I think I'm done. I think we did an hour of this. It's about my max. I don't really want to sit here more. I kind of want to watch some baseball. I think we're gonna, or no, basketball. I think we're gonna take the dog out to go to the bathroom. I don't know what I'm gonna eat for dinner yet though. Ninja's new rival tanks? Yeah, I don't know about those. I thought about doing one of those actually, because they're pretty inexpensive, and I don't really want to spend a bunch of money on like an SL2 again. It's been like, I don't want to spend like 250 bucks. So I thought about buying something. Yeah. No wife for me. I thought about buying, yeah, just one of the cheap tanks, like the Ninja. They have the, I don't know, whatever tank. Not the rival, but just the regular light tanks. The issue is they don't make a 77. So I'd have to get like a tank extender. That's not a problem. I got one over there, I think. Yeah. So I don't know. I thought about getting one of those. I like how they're inexpensive, but I think it's worth the extra money just to buy one of the regular Ninja tanks, not the rival. Because you are getting their pretty inexpensive tank regulator. So if performance is important to you, I would spend that extra money and make sure to get a branded Ninja regulator on your tank. So any of those SL, the super light tanks, or just the regular light tanks that are not the rival tanks. So I'd get those two that are a little bit more expensive. Just to get that good regulator. Ninja got its name and is very popular because their regulators are so good. And buying that rival tank, you're not getting that good Ninja reg. You end up with the same regulator that's coming on like the Valken tanks and the Empire tanks, which aren't necessarily bad regulators, but the Empire and Valken ones are certainly not as good as those like real Ninja regulators, whether it's the standard regulator or the pro regulators. So that's it. Buy one of those. Someone has a stealth. Is it worth getting a 170R? Probably not. I mean, it's not really all that much difference. Dude, do I have Sandana stuff? No Sandana stuff. So you can stop asking that question. I don't own a Sandana product. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Lucrative? I don't know. That's $20 and it is super appreciated. I much appreciate it. One of the main reasons I do this live stream is for super chats and try to make money so I can keep making actual videos. So let's put this in perspective. When I do like live streams once a week, I make more money off live streams than I do videos. And it takes hours to make those videos. So it kind of sucks. So I appreciate it. I really do. What happened to Nightmare? He was posting, Nightmare PB guy was posting videos that were not his. I mean, yeah, right? Wasn't he like taking clips out of videos and posting them? Which might have been fine for like, I don't know, the people's clips he was using, but YouTube doesn't like that stuff. And he wasn't like giving credit and all this stuff, so like they demonetized his channel. Cause they don't know, right? If you just, like if I just uploaded a video and it was a bunch of clips of other videos on YouTube, YouTube doesn't know if I stole them, if I have permission or anything. So all they see it as is duplicate content that I'm stealing from someone else's channel. They don't like that. That's what happened. I understand that. I think he said he stopped doing it. Yeah. I mean, that was the real problem. The algo finds that stuff. I mean, there's ways around the algorithm, but you don't want to try to fight the algorithm with videos because they get really bad. Yeah, I think he had, even if Sergio said he had permission, but I don't know if he put it in like the description or whatever. I honestly don't know. I like watched his video when he explained what happened. And yeah, from YouTube's side, I mean, think about it, right? So YouTube sees two videos and they're like, this is the original one because they can tell the hashtag, they can tell by watching a video it's old, right? They can tell that this one was uploaded at this time, it's the same video, and then they see another one that's like 3 months later that's like the same video, and they're like, this one is stolen from this one, and they don't know. So sometimes they will kill channels, they will delete videos, they will demonetize stuff, and I think his whole channel was demonetized for that. I could be wrong, but that's my assumption. I've used clips and stuff from other videos too, but they're like, it's not a clip video, it's like commentary on a video, so technically it's news and it's fair use and it's legal, so yeah, not that it was illegal, but anyway, alright. I appreciate it. One of the things I was kind of scared about with this Nightmare guy is he said his channel got demonetized, and I was definitely hoping that it wasn't because of paintball stuff. I was really hoping it wasn't because of paintball stuff, and it wasn't, so that's good. Yeah. So you can earn back. So if you do get, if your channel does get demonetized, if they take away that like partnership, like Sergio just said, you can get them back though. So it is possible to come back from. Yeah. it's difficult. YouTube's just trying to combat this piracy thing where people are stealing, right? I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, I get it. Like, I don't know, if someone was stealing my stuff and posting it online, I'd be mad. Not that he wasn't doing that. I'm just saying that's what YouTube's trying to like combat. So I don't know. Anyway, all right, guys. I appreciate guys coming by and ladies, or whichever pronoun you prefer. Go with that. Yeah. So I don't know. I always try to like finish these up and say like, I will, videos coming out next week. I don't know, dudes. I'm trying my best here to be consistent. It works sometimes, sometimes doesn't work, but you know, I appreciate